Another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Why is my camera out of focus? There we go. All right, let's go to charts. There's really not that much. Am I live streaming? I'm not. Why am I not live streaming? Okay, I am live streaming. That was a huge delay. Okay, now we can go to the charts. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's a weird YouTube delay. Like normally it's like 15, 20 seconds between Zoom telling me I'm live and I'm actually live. This time it was like a minute and a half. Okay, so let's look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart is sitting right on top of the 50 period moving average. As you guys know, I have been somewhat bearish on the price of Bitcoin for a few months now, other than this pop along with the MRI into the daily depth cross between the 200 and the 50. So other than this pop here, which I was bullish for as a potential perfect shorting opportunity in the depth cross, other than this, I've pretty much been somewhat bearish most of this triangle. And I remain so right now. And that's because I still think that a capitulation day is coming. This capitulation day is coming soon because I also believe that the price of Bitcoin will bounce this summer and be on the way back up, breaking the all-time high later this year. A lot of that has to do with the current bull cycle of Bitcoin, plus some fundamentals. Shout out Willy Woo for those. I made sure I read his newsletter the moment it was out. And I continue to view this. What the fuck just happened? Did my camera go out or did the stream go out? What's going on? What is going on? I think my camera just went out. So, yeah, that was weird. Okay, anyway, I'll keep the camera off. I'll just do that by itself. Okay, so I'm still looking at the capitulation day coming very, very soon. And there's not much more to say other than it looks like we're breaking the bottom of the triangle. Technically, I can adjust this a little bit without breaking any of the rules. You can see that I can adjust this line a little bit lower. So if you have your triangle drawn differently, that's okay. All right. So we can have it drawn like this, and we're still touching the bottom of the triangle. We're still touching the same number of candles. Only now we're still inside the triangle for a little bit longer. By the way, there will be a private Q&A right after this video. So those of you that are on the list for private Q&A, I don't want to pull that up. So where's my website? tonevays.com. That's right here. So we're going to do at least 30 minutes of private Q&A right after the stream. All right, today's Saturday, so the stock markets are closed. There's really not much on a short-term chart of interest. This is the 1 hour chart. You can see how the MRI did bounce the price off this hour, but I haven't really been paying much attention to the short-term time frames. I'm sticking to the longer-term time frames because everything should resolve itself very, very soon. GBTC Premium on Friday closed on a little bit of an uptick. Notice the MRI buy on GBTC, but next week is interesting because that's when probably the final lockup period ends, but I don't think it's going to affect the price. Bitcoin dominance is slowly rising back up. Gold. I hope somebody timed this trade. Looks perfect. Look at that. Look at that MRI sell on gold with a doji candle. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. Weekly scale. I'm still leaning bullish here. 1 to 4 candle correction on a daily side and then probably back up. Oil, I'm leaning bearish here based on this daily chart. You guys know the monthly chart is certainly topping, and I'm gonna be cautious on oil for a little while. S&P 500, the red star candle indicates a short trade coming. Almost hit my target, came close. And the moving averages are still rising, so not much of a concern for me. But let's see what happens on Monday. And that's pretty much it. We can maybe glance at a couple of stocks. Someone is asking, what does the GBTC lockup mean? I explained this so many times. You have to understand how GBTC works. People buy into the trust, and then 6 months later, they have the ability to sell GBTC shares. The lockup is spread around 13 to 22, so the middle day is 18. But like I said, I don't think it's going to affect the price. Though ironically, I think that capitulation will happen around that time. So people are going to say that it affected the price. Whoa, look at Apple. Man, whoever took the MRI trade did well. Whoever took the MRI trade on this did well. I mean, it didn't go up, go down that much, probably what, 3%, 4%, but for a stock in a couple of days, 2.5%. And it's not looking good on Monday, so as of right now, we'll see what happens to the market. I would be bullish Tesla if we can break this line, but we didn't break that line. Anyway, I can't go through all the stocks. AMD. Anything interesting here? Waiting on the MRI. Oh my God, look at that. Oh boy, look at that. MRI sell right into an MRI buy. So Monday could be an MRI buy. NVIDIA, wow, look at that. Yeah, so I think my friends shorted this, but I think they took their profit like here and then down it goes. So that would be frustrating. Another MRI top on NVIDIA. Look at that. Wow. Jeez. AMD, NVIDIA, Apple. Don't sleep on this indicator. Some amazing top calls. Come on, am I going to get lucky? Well, we're going to have an MRI top here. Ah, almost right there. Man. The Tilray trade, Tilray collapsed, but it was a good trade at the time. It's a good trade at the time. Like in one day, it went up like 10%, and then down it went. But it hit the up target. No one should be holding this thing into a crash. Wow. Wow, and it's breaking prior swing lows, and it lost the moving average. But the next time I buy it, like $12, that would be a nice one. I can take this off now. That was still a good trade off the moving average. As long as you had your stop losses in place properly. All right, guys, don't forget the conferences. This one should go on sale by end of month. We will have Understanding Bitcoin in Dubai. We got some good speakers lined up. We're going to change the website a little bit. These are our 2019 speakers. I already started reaching out to the speakers for 2021. So when it goes on sale, you'll see the awesome list of speakers. I don't know if my website is updated yet. No, not yet. It will be. And if you want to stay in Dubai a little bit longer, you can stick around for the financial summit. This is for traders and hedge funds. And besides, where are we here? My free learn trading section. You also have the calendar. I was just at the FOE event. It was absolutely excellent. Family office experience. And the next event is going to be Mining Disrupt. After that, you can catch me in Mexico for Ugly Old Goats event. And then I'll be at BitBlock Boom. September is still kind of open. I was going to be in Europe, but they seem to have turned into a Nazi state across the entire region. So I may not end up going. And Unconfiscatable is coming to Las Vegas in March. Keep you guys posted on that as well. All right, that's it for me. You guys got my views on Bitcoin. Just, get ready. I hope you're dollar cost averaging right now. I still think a 20% correction is coming. It doesn't have to happen, but I think it will happen. And after that, should start to rise, even though the overall picture looks horrible. Looks absolutely horrible. I believe in the fundamentals. Would I sell now and buy cheaper? Absolutely not. The time to sell has come and gone. If you did not sell back in May, this is the worst time to sell, even though it's a triangle. I mean, I may, do some kind of a low capital, high leverage speculative short play, but I wouldn't sell my HODL. That's insane. I'd risk, 3 to 5% on a leverage short down. That's what I would do. Because the probability of this happening is high, but it doesn't have to happen. But I would not be selling any HODL position because remember, guys, this thing can go down to 25,000 and 3 days later, it can be over 50,000. I mean, that's how fast it can reverse. And you have a busy weekend and you're going to miss out completely. So if you didn't sell back here when we were breaking the moving average, if you didn't sell around high 40s, this is the last place I'd want to sell. I'd want a dollar cost average in here. Fibbo Swanee. Thoughts on ES1? Well, that's the same thing as the S&P 500. I thought that's this. This is ES1. Should be ES1. It's pretty much ES1. It's the same thing as ES1. I wouldn't be short going into the weekend. Oh, you're long. I wouldn't be long going into the weekend either. Sorry, I meant I wouldn't be long going into the weekend. I wouldn't be. I don't like this double bottom. We're sitting at the moving average. I'd rather go long here than going long, than being long into the weekend. I'm just not comfortable being long into the weekend after a Friday like this. Have I set any limit buys? No, it doesn't make any sense for me to set limit buys because I'm in GBTC. So it's not like I can oversleep something happening over the weekend. It doesn't actually trade. I'll set them on Monday morning. So there's no reason for me to have them right now. I want to look at the premium Monday morning, and but I want to get in like, you know, the low 20s or above this line. I might lower this line to here. I might lower it to the MRI resistance right there. The break of $30 on GBTC if it doesn't go down. So I would buy down here around just above 22. So like 22.14 sounds like a reasonable buy because, again, I don't know what the premium would be. So like these are my buy points, either down here or up here. In between, I don't really care. Yeah, this downtrend lasted longer than I expected. It definitely lasted longer than I expected. All right, I gotta get over to the private Q&A, people. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And I will see you all on the next one. The mempool is completely empty. Completely empty. This block had 250 transactions. The last block had over 2,000, but this block had 250 transactions because there weren't any additional transactions to do. Your 1 sat per byte transactions will be clearing this weekend. Already have been. It's crazy. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.